The next question is from, he goes by the name of Awful Drummer. My question for Mr. Don Famularo is, who is your main influence? Not about drums, but who in your life influenced you into the great personality you are? You are so positive, upbeat, and full of life. I'm curious about the great people who helped you develop into the great person you are.
Well, who is that from?
He goes by the name of Awful Drummer. He's from Vermont.
Awful Drummer. Well, Awful Drummer, thank you so much for the acknowledgement and the question. A positive attitude is a choice that you make. I make that choice every morning. When I wake up in the morning, do I want to be positive or not positive? And I believe that by choosing to be positive, no matter what challenges come at you, it's just a much better choice. And some people ask me, well, Dom, when you go home, do you get angry at your dogs and your kids and your wife? Not really. I said, to me, it's more a matter of, this is a choice that you make. And people say, well, how can you be positive all the time? Well, my first question is, do you know someone who's negative all the time? And most people say, well, yeah. I said, well, how can it be that you can be negative all the time, but you can't be positive all the time? I believe it's a choice that you make, and I just believe making a negative choice is just a poor choice. So for me, I've read many different books. There are tons of books to read on the positive thinking process, and I'm still reading these books. I'm actually reading a book right now called The Speed of Trust that was written by Stephen Covey. Actually, the Stephen Covey who wrote the book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, it's his son that wrote this book called The Speed of Trust. So it just kind of inspires me and makes me see certain things that I can do in my lifetime. So reading all these books are very, very important. The people that have influenced me clearly are my parents. My parents are so great. They're in their early 80s and they are extremely positive and happy people, and they've raised my 2 older brothers and my youngest sister that way, to always be positive and happy and treat people with respect and have compassion. And there were certain wonderful tools that they taught us, tools of words that I mentioned in my book, The Cycle of Self-Empowerment, which is a book that's available if you go to my website, domfamularo.com, and research about the motivational side of what I do with this book called The Cycle of Self-Empowerment. Empowerment means to give power, and I believe the first place to begin is with yourself. So by writing that book and having that book out, it's helped a lot of people to understand how I maintain that level. And I'd suggest, if you can, to pick up the book and read it for yourself and take in what's being said and apply that with the choice of being positive. My parents, incredibly well. My wife and my boys, there are people that are in my immediate circle of my life that totally inspire me every day and that keep me focused on the fact that life is about enjoying every moment of it, and it's really a lot better to enjoy it when you're positive than it is when you're negative. So I say, choose wisely and choose that positive path. Great question, man. Good luck.